This is part 3 of my Leica review series. Today I'm reviewing my initial impressions of my newest lens, the Summilux-TL 35mm f1.4 aspherical lens on the Leica CL. This is my second lens purchase. My first was the Elmarit 18 2.8, which came bundled with the camera. I did an initial impression of that lens on a separate video. For my second lens, I wanted something with a longer focal length so I could get some portrait shots but still include the background. I found that the 18mm distorts the face and body too much when I get close, and I wanted a faster lens to get a better bokeh effect and to use in low light. In the box with the lens came a lens bag, a lens hood, and a lens cap in a silky black pouch. The hood is round, it's fairly large shaped. It does fold over for storage, and it's all metal construction. The body of the lens is also all metal, feels very high quality. It's very sparse with hardly any markings on it. It's a minimalist design that's consistent with the CL and TL body. And the black color matches the camera pretty well. So I'll put the lens on the camera to show you how it looks. First thing I noticed is that the lens is very large and heavy compared to the 18mm. The CL body is compact already, so this lens feels almost too big for the camera. I would have preferred something smaller, but it's still pretty manageable. I put a thumbs up on the camera to help balance the weight, but it's not extremely front-loaded anyway. So there's a comparison with the 18mm, and that's much smaller, lower profile compared to the 35mm lens. Here's the product page for the camera and the lenses. This camera's been out for 2.5 years already, and they just reduced the price of the bundles this year, so I'm wondering if they're going to be releasing the CL2 sometime soon. But with the bundle, it's $29.95. The lens by itself is $14.95. I talked about this on my other video. It's nice for outdoor wide-angle shots, but if I had the choice, I would have preferred if the camera came with the 28mm instead. This is the lens I'm talking about today, the 35mm. It's $27.95. Significantly more expensive, but it's a much faster lens at 1.4, and this gives the 50mm equivalence. It has autofocus, and it's aspherical, but does not have image stabilization, and neither does the CL camera body. I'll go on to some example photos I took with the lens, all taken outdoors. They're all unedited, so they came straight from the camera. The first example, everything came out well into focus. Things look sharp. The colors are natural and realistic and not too vivid. The field of view is a little constricted, but I think this picture came out pretty well. The second example is from further back. It still has sharp, nice colors. It was taken on a sunny day outdoors on automatic mode. The third example I really like. This is in direct sunlight with the sun at my back, and I used aperture priority mode with the f1.4 and focused in on the tree trunk, which became the focus of attention, which is very sharp. The leaves in front are blurred out and in back, and the browns and the greens are really nice color. Again, this is without any editing. The last picture, or the second to last, is on a cloudy day. This was on automatic mode, and the camera chose f4 to get everything in focus and slow down the shutter speed to let in more light. I noticed with all these shots that the camera keeps the ISO down to 100. Again, the colors are slightly muted, but you could adjust this on editing if you wanted to. The last picture is just showing an example of bright colors again. I think the colors are pretty natural looking and not really overdone, so that came out pretty well too. So in summary, I really like this Summilux lens so far. I prefer the 50mm equivalent over the 28 just because it's more versatile and I can shoot outdoor scenes and portraits. But the lens itself, like I said, is fairly large and heavy compared to the body. I have it here with the lens hood on. Sometimes I shoot with it on, sometimes I shoot with it off. But all the images so far are very sharp. The colors are very good, especially in bright outdoor light. I found that the 28mm is a little too wide for close-up shots because it distorts people's faces or bodies. Just doesn't look natural to me. I did do some outdoor portrait shots with this 35mm, and they came out very nice. The faces and bodies have very good detail, and the background has a nice bokeh effect, especially if you're up close. I did need to do some increase in the exposure and saturation on the portrait shots on some of them, but otherwise they came out very well. That's all for this video. If you want to see more videos on the Leica CL, please let me know in the comments. I am planning on getting another lens, so I'll probably do a review of that, and I have some more accessories coming in. If you have any question about these lenses, let me know in the comments. Thanks.